would have sworn to you at the time I was not transferring my feelings about the loss of my boyfriend onto the shirt, but mourning the loss of the shirt itself. Oh, the main lesson to be learned from this experience came from the purchase of 8 different shirts, which each had some likeness to the lost shirt, either color, cut, material, casualness, but none of them in any way replaced it, and I eventually had to resolve to be thankful for the time that I had with the shirt and move on. At least I know what I'm looking for.
But he wanted to show me that even in jail, he could take better care of me than someone who was not in jail. And of course, we wanted to hold on to freedom, to get away with it, put one over the guards. That was the best part. Because they were so mean when they cleared you in. They frisked you, they went through your bags like they controlled you, which they did. Ray got out after 2.5 years, and I went to pick him up wearing a raincoat and knee-high caramel-colored boots. Ray comes down and he looks at me and he is grinning from ear to ear because he knows I'm wearing nothing underneath and the guards don't even know. By the way, we just celebrated our 20th wedding anniversary.
This is for women whose purses are a morass of loose Tic Tacs, Advils, lipsticks without their tops, little bits of tobacco, even though there has been no smoking for at least 10 years, tampons that have come loose from their wrapping, boarding passes from long forgotten airplane trips, hotel keys from God knows what hotel, leaky ballpoint pens, and Kleenex that have or have not been used. No way to tell one way or the other. This is for those of you who, in short, understand that your purse is in some absolutely horrible way you. I realized many years ago that I was no good at purses, and I did without one for quite a while. When I went out at night, I managed with a $20 bill, a lipstick, and a credit card tucked into my bra. But there were times when I'd have to leave the house with more than just the basics, so I bought myself a coat with large pockets. This turned my coat into a purse, but it's better than carrying a purse. Anything is better than carrying a purse.
I bought this beige wool pantsuit from the Spiegel catalog. It was my first mail order purchase. I thought it would make a good interview outfit because now that all the children were in school, I wanted to go to work. I got a job in an ad agency. One day, I walked into my office and there was a man sitting at my desk and he had a glue stick in his hand. "Do you know how to open this fucking thing?" he said. It was as if Cupid had shot an arrow right into my heart. "Fuck," he said, and left. Later that day, I found out his name was Stanley. So there it was. First Walter, then Harry, then Al, then Stanley.
A few months after my mother gave it to me, my father, who's a doctor, sent my mother away to a mental hospital. He moved his nurse into our house, divorced my mother, and then married the nurse. We had this cleaning lady who came in once a week, and she had a daughter who was a little younger than I was, and my stepmother used to give her my hand-me-downs. And then this one day, I couldn't find my beautiful dress. So I asked my stepmother if she'd seen it. "It'll turn up," she said. And about a week later, I went to school, and at recess, I found my dress. It was on the cleaning lady's daughter. I couldn't believe it. I just ran up to her and I grabbed her by the collar, screaming, that's my dress! My dress! My dress! Again and again until the recess monitor pulled us apart. And then the little girl just stood there, shaking and crying, and I stood there shaking and crying, holding my satin bow in my fist. The school didn't punish me because they understood. I remember wishing that they had punished me, though. Because shame on me. And my stepmother, too.
I've always wanted a pair of black cowboy boots. I thought they'd make me sort of rangy and taller, like a girl named Slim a guy could really go for. So one day I wandered into Walker's Western Wear and bought a pair of Nakonas. Beautiful stitching on the side, shit kicker pointy toes, $250. The salesman said they'd be good for my arches. I have terrible arches.
She's obsessed with her arches.
My older sister.
She's always been obsessed with her arches.
My younger sister. A month later, I met a guy I fell in love with, Chase. He owned 6 pairs of black cowboy boots. Not Nakonas, but still really nice Tony Llamas. As fate would have it, he turned out to be the same sexy guy I'd just seen standing against a Doric column at a party at the architecture school.
It was Halloween. Don't leave that out.
Yeah, he had a chainsaw through his torso.
How could she resist him?
Oh, she couldn't.
He was a sort of freckly prepster, and since I was freckly too, there we were, meant to be, with our freckles and black boots, skinny freckly arms, all entangled.
She followed him to Seattle.
He invited me.
No, he did not.
One of the reasons he wanted to move west was to get away from his incredibly dysfunctional family in Connecticut. Although, if I ever said his family was dysfunctional, he would say, "Hold it right there. My family is not dysfunctional. If you want to talk about dysfunctional families, what about your family?"